Hi everybody! Hi Itamar! So we are kicking off our season 7 series of prediction videos. We're super excited for the next season. We have a lot of cool predictions, and today we're going to start with Daenerys Targaryen.
And it's going to be worth your while to become our patron towards the season.
Why?
For example, for only $2, just like the basic,
Okay.
you'll get one extra video per week.
Per week?
Per week.
Per week.
It's like will be like a post-game, analysis, more calm, with something in the hand, something in the heart, something in the brain, you know what I'm saying? So that's only for $2, just a cup of coffee. You know what I'm
Every
saying?
week?
Every week. And every other week, if you are a $5 patron, you're going to chat with us once every 2 weeks or so.
On a live stream?
On a live stream. We're going to talk about the episode. We're going to share some nerdgasms.
We're going to listen to your theories and predictions.
Yeah. So be a patron. It's going to worth your while, and it's going to worth our while, too.
Yes. Itamar, I must say this was a very good pitch.
Yeah!
Every day I'm hustling, 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 every day I'm hustling,
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
Okay, so let's kick things off. So last that we've seen, Daenerys Targaryen. She was finally on her way with her fleet and her giant army towards Westeros. She has 3 dragons. She has the Dothraki. She has the Unsullied, and she has the Ironborn, and she has the Dornish. This is an incredible army, and she's on her way to Westeros.
Yeah, but on the other hand, she has an incredible army. She has the Dornish. She has 3 dragons.
Yeah.
So something bad gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? And if we can take the trailer as like a roadmap to this season, which
Okay.
I think we can.
We should.
We should because
We
it's a
want to.
trailer. We see her on Dragonstone.
Yeah.
We don't see her sitting on the Iron Throne. We see her sitting on the Dragon Stone.
Boom.
And that means, it won't be as fast as we think,
As she hopes.
as she hopes. So it's not going to be a smooth sailing. You know what I'm saying?
That
Pun
was very
intended.
witty.
Uh,
So let's start the predicting. Her challenge this season is to have her fleet intact, her army intact into Westeros so she can conquer the 7 kingdoms and become queen of the 7 kingdoms. That's like basically what she wants to accomplish this season.
yeah, this season, her entire, let's say, political career is to go to the Iron Throne. Every action she made was justified. Every means she took was justified by the,
But this end goal,
But this end goal of coming back to Westeros, claim her birthrights.
but it was never easy for her.
No, every time she was like in a high position, in a winning position.
Right.
So there was some kind of
Right.
dent in this, like
Even in the first season, she was on her way with Khal Drogo.
yeah.
Then he dies.
Then he dies. He give a hoocha chaka.
Right.
You were sure like yeah, the nerds go get. But then he died, and then she woke, she woke the dragons, and the season ended with like oh my god, orgasm, you know what I'm saying? And but season after she was like walking in the desert, blah blah blah,
Right.
and everyone wanted to scheme her.
Right. And then at the end of that season, she has a dragons, but she doesn't have an army. She has her army, but now can
Yeah.
she rule? Went on
She
and on
conquered
and on.
Meereen, but then the terrorists.
Okay. So what kind of problems do you foresee? Let's say the first part of the season.
One problem I think is controlling her army,
okay.
and more money, more problems. You know what I'm saying? More.
I don't know what you're saying, so become a patron.
Euron is on the seas. He's want to make his claim,
Right.
And his claim has something to do with Daenerys because this is like his election promise. you
Right?
know?
He wants to marry her,
He wants to marry her and control the dragons.
and he hates Yara.
He hates
and
Yara,
Theon,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
with Daenerys.
And with Daenerys, we see also Yara in the trails. We see her in Dorne, and we see the Dothraki
On the plains.
on the plains, so maybe that's a hint that her army is scattered. Maybe she's alone in Dragonstone, just with her surroundings, you know.
So maybe she'll meet Euron at sea, and I think like in the first couple of episodes, she's gonna have like a naval battle, naval war, and yes, maybe her forces will be scattered. And also we know that the Dothraki have to face some kind of tragedy while crossing the Narrow Sea. That has been the story about them, that they're afraid to cross the Narrow Sea. They
Yeah.
have never crossed it. So of course, now that they're crossing it, something has to happen. So maybe the first episode, we will see the Dothraki nervous at sea, and like with a foreshadowing that something is going to happen, something bad, and everybody's telling, no, it's gonna be fine, it's gonna be fine.
Yeah. And you know, also the Narrow Sea is like a wind trapper, and it's winter now. And you know, if we look back at history, I don't know if you remember. I'm not sure you were there, but when Julius Caesar.
I had something that day.
Yeah, so when he chased Pompeius to Greece,
Okay.
he took a huge fleet with him, and almost, you know, a huge chunk of his fleet drowned on the way to
But
the
he did win afterwards.
Greek island. But yeah, they managed to land and managed to win. So, you know, we already have this established in history, and we know he likes his history. Yeah, but she will cross the Narrow Sea because
Daenerys.
the Narrow Sea. The Narrow Sea.
So basically, we think that she will get to. So basically, we think she will get to Dragonstone mid-season at best. She won't have her full power, and when we hear her on the trailer saying,
I was born to rule the Seven Kingdoms.
you can listen to it as if it's like something like boasting, but it could be out of frustration that
Yeah.
nothing is working out for her as she planned. She's like, I was born to rule the Seven Kingdoms. What the
It's my
hell?
turn. It's the Russians. It's the Russians. It's the Russians.
So she feels entitled.
Yeah, it's also not a good tool for ruling a destroyed kingdom. You know, a scattered a kingdom in anarchy with no, you know, agreed upon Leviathan to rule them all.
So what can she promise them? She can make her pitch in Essos and tell them, I'm here to free the slaves. That's a good pitch.
Yeah, but here,
What
what's
can
her
she
pitch?
promise?
I don't know. I'm the daughter of a crazy madman that that nobody remembers him for the better. You
Right.
know, and
I'm a foreigner, I've never
and a
been
foreigner.
here.
I'm here with my red priests here that support me. They're monotheistic and they think your gods are bullshit.
Right, and they will burn your gods.
And also, I have on the side here Varys, you know, that is not popular, and Tyrion, that is not popular.
And the Dothraki will pretty soon be very unpopular as they pillage and burn everything in their way.
Yes, so she's
And
not a good
She
candidate
also
for.
has dragons. I don't know if people like dragons.
She has dragons, and
We like dragons,
And she's blonde. Nobody likes blondes.
She's silver, Itamar.
That's racist.
Okay, so she views herself as a liberator,
Yeah.
but she's not going to be a liberator in Westeros. She's part of her infamous wheel. So maybe that will start to affect the way she views herself, and maybe we'll start to see some cracks in her identity.
Yeah, and also nobody talks about the mammoth in the room. You know what I'm saying?
No, I do not.
What are views about the White Walkers? Is it good for the economy? Is it bad for the economy? It's good for freedom, bad for freedom.
You have to take it in a case-by-case basis. Some of the White Walkers are fine. You can't generalize about all the White Walkers. There are 4 of them, I think, so that's very different.
It's a big problem, the White Walkers, because this is the burning political question of our time, of their time. If she was viewed as a liberator, you know, in Essos, like she had a purpose. They needed her.
Right.
Do they need her now for being a queen or a savior? You see what I'm saying?
see,
It's the
definitely.
conflict between her expectation, as you know, I'm entitled, this is my birthright, and the people's expectation, like, we don't need you to create order right now. We need you to defeat those bastards that you haven't said a word about.
Okay. So we're getting to where we think that Daenerys will end the season, and I think this is very important because we see the Dothraki on the plains, right? The Unsullied in Lannisport or something of that sort, and the Ironborn in Dorne. So basically, she's not going to the wall to fight the White Walkers. She's using her army to conquer Westeros, which means death, destruction, pillage, rape, everything. So maybe that will be a problem, as we will expect her to decide to go north to face the White Walkers, and she said, no, I'm not here for that. I'm not here to be a liberator. I'm here to be a queen. And maybe we will start to have some trouble rooting for her, which we have been anticipating for some time for her to get there.
Yeah. And also we expect this season to be a transformative season.
In what way?
In the sense that we're going from the Civil War part of the story, like the War of the Five Kings, that's already practically over. And the political, emphasis on of the story, to the fantasy part of the story.
The Great War.
The Great War, zombies, demons, dragons, talking trees, talking crows.
Which will be the main theme of the last season.
Yes, and Daenerys' role in this story, as we see it, it's bent more towards the fantasy element of the story, not necessarily political, because what does she have to offer to the Westerosi except more war and another piece in the chessboard that wants it all? You know what I'm saying? We already had that.
Right. And from what we've seen from Daenerys, whenever she's at war, she's at her best. Yeah. She holds her cards close to the chest. She's always 2-3 steps ahead of everyone. But when she sits on the throne and she has to rule, then she doesn't know what she's doing. She's always taking advice. What should I do? Should I do this? She decides. She makes one decision, then she makes the opposite decision.
Yeah.
So, no. So basically all the wars that we've seen from the trailer, we believe that they will be in the final episode of the season, or maybe the one before the final episode.
And also don't forget, Daenerys is not, a regular person. She has a dragon inside. She has like this rage, the sleeping dragon that sometimes like burst in uka chaka buka bruka and fire and blood. You know what I'm saying?
Because she has promised her Dothraki that they will have war. So that's not a very peaceful policy.
And she's on the top. There's no one above her. And we don't know, maybe Tyrion, maybe somebody else. Someone need to whisper. Memento Mori. Memento Mori, don't forget, you're not a god, you're not a,
Valar Morghulis.
Valar Morghulis.
And maybe, or probably, we'll see her this season show a few signs of craziness and of megalomania, because it's different when you yell something to your Dothraki horde in the middle of the desert in Essos than if you yell the same thing on top of your dragon as they're destroying everything and killing everybody. That's a little bit crazy. So what do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? You should definitely share your predictions in the comments and like this video if you enjoyed it. We want this video to get 2,000 likes if that's possible. That will help us a lot. Subscribe to get all our Season 7 predictions. We're gonna post them twice per week until the season is here, maybe more, so definitely subscribe and don't forget to check them out. And if you are already subscribed, there is a little bell icon next to our channel. If you click it, you will get an email notifying you of every new video, Season 7 predictions, and then Season 7 reviews, Q&As, predictions. I have a lot of other videos. So thanks for watching. We'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody.